Welcome to Rewatch and Rank. On this channel, we rewatch older TV shows, provide a summary and opinion on the episode before ranking each episode against each other. Today's episode is Deathnote Live Action Episode 10. Episode in a nutshell is a brief reminder of what happened in the episode. So in this episode, we pick up where the last one left off with everybody heading to the meetup location in order to try to save Sayu. Mello ends up taking over Nier, who's coordinating everything, so Mello ends up sending Matsuda with the special forces to the wrong address. So Light and Suichiro then go into the warehouse, meet Himura, who is there. Suichiro manages to get Sayu, Himura manages to get the notebook, and Mello comes in, revealing that Nier had a split personality. When they arrive back at the task force, Watari was handcuffed to a pipe or metal beam or something in the office, and then he reveals what he'd been keeping secret, that Nier has a split personality and the other personality is Mello, and that it's now come out. We then have Light, because they've lost the notebook, going through a series of events to try to get the notebook back using Misa and Mikami Teru, and they do succeed. He does end up meeting Himura, who gives him the notebook and reveals that her name was actually Helinder, so she was actually planted there by L from the start. Unfortunately, Soichiro, through Light's actions, has started to suspect him, and so he watches a video left behind by L that basically says all of this, everything that's happening, is designed by L, and what he's feeling about Light is probably true. And so Suichiro follows Light to the meetup, sees him get the notebook, and then confronts him about being Kira. And Light at first, of course, tries to deny it, but then Suichiro takes the notebook and writes his own name in the notebook before trying to destroy it. Light is devastated that his father is going to die, but when Suichiro tries to destroy the book, which would save them, like save Suichiro, Light stops him because ultimately being Kira and the book is more important even than his own father's life. And unfortunately, at the end of the episode, Suichiro does die, and Light spins it that, Himura and Mello had planned it all, lured him and his dad to the warehouse, and then ended up they were the ones who killed Suichiro. Then the very final scene of the episode is Mello, after being arrested and escaping, goes back to where they'd been having their headquarters, and Himura walks in, and Mello asks what happened to the notebook, and Himura just basically unpins a grenade, and that is the fire. And that's where we leave it. So now that we've been reminded about what happened in this episode, it's now time to rank the episode, and as always, we will be ranking on our mostly objective ranking list, followed then by the personal ranking list. So first, we have our single episode supporting character introduction. One of Mello's goons, who was beside Sayu, who then also is used with the notebook in order to give the names of the other goons, was Mason Fujiyama. Then we have a multi-episode supporting character development, where we learn that Himura is Halinder and also working for Mello, and then of course she dies at the end. Her reveal of identity is worth 3 points, and then her passing is worth another 3 points, bringing us up to 7. And then we have a lot of multi-episode main character developments. We have Mello taking over Nier and being revealed to be behind the kidnapping, worth 4 points. Mello being arrested and then escaping, worth 4 points. Soichiro finding out that Light is Kira and having it confirmed before his eyes, worth 4 points. And then finally, worth yet another additional 4 points is Soichiro passing away after writing his own name in the notebook and trying to destroy it after Light does absolutely nothing to stop him or stop the destruction other than like yell at him a bit. And this leads us to be well above 10. So once again, this is a 10 out of 10 episode for this series, making it one episode away from being absolutely perfect objectively. But there was a negative, and that was there was a lot of betrayal happening. Obviously, there was Mello betraying Nier and Watari. There was Mello betraying and Himura betraying the task force. There was Light betraying his father because, he didn't allow his father to destroy the book, which would have saved his life. So, I mean, inaction isn't murder, but at the same time, he did act in that he did stop him from destroying the book, but Suichiro did write his own name down. So it's a very complex. I don't know whether to consider it a murder or um, suicide, but whichever the case may be, either way, betrayal was happening there. And then Himura, when she's told to go and kill herself after giving the notebook to Light, goes back to the headquarters that they were staying in. Nier's present, still pulls the grenade anyways. I don't think it kills Nier, obviously, or Mello, because even in the original anime, Mello did escape with some burns, but still escaped, so obviously we still have one episode left. But Himura, for sure, being the one holding it, has passed. So a lot of betrayal happening, but not enough to actually change the score. Again, we're at a 10 out of 10. And because on the mostly objective ranking, when more than one episode has the same score, it's just ranked in episode order. The order is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 in 10th place. We do have the personal ranking, and I liked a lot of the episode. We had the three main plot, like 3/4 of the, no, not quarters, 3/3 of the episode being basically Sayu getting rescued but losing the Death Note to Himura and finding out that Mello is Nier's split personality and was behind the whole thing all along. We then have the little middle third, second third, where Light is trying to get back his notebook and using Misa and Mikami to attempt that. And then we have the third third, where we have Light succeeding in getting his notebook back, his father finding out about him, father writing his own name trying to destroy the note, not succeeding, and essentially Light lets him pass on and then lies about it. Meanwhile, Himura goes to an escaped Mello and again pulls a grenade. So, one, it was action packed and interesting the entire way through because it wasn't trying to drag one plot point out for 45 minutes. It was three distinct plot points. Or like thirds of the episode. It was very engaging. It built tension. It's excellent as a pre-finale because it's building everything. Everything's coming to a head. You're feeling the tension, the excitement of like what's going to happen next. I really enjoyed the episode. My only gripe with it was that I did feel that some of the points were a little over the top, but that I feel has been regular throughout, the series. That's kind of how it works out, both in anime and in the live action. So even though I did feel some of it was overacted, it wasn't enough to change my score, which happens to be, in this case, a 10 out of 10 as well. Which brings my personal ranking to, in first place, we have episode 7, followed by episode 4. This episode 10 is in fourth place, followed by 8, 5, 9, 6, 3, and then episode 2 is currently last place for me. Bringing us now to the series ranking so far, and on our mostly objective ranking, we have Part 1 at 70.77%, Part 2 at 51.82%, and the live action so far, as mentioned, has been perfect score, and we only have one more episode to go, so it is 100 out of a possible 110. And then on the personal side, we have part 1 at 60.38, part 2 of the anime at 49.09%, and then the live action so far has also a really strong score of 90 out of a possible 110. But with that, we've now rewatched and ranked Death Note Live Action Episode 10. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you in the next episode.